Hey guys, welcome to Quick Chatter Live. We are back and we are with our guest today. Let's welcome Nikhil and Saurabh. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. Long time. How are you guys doing?
निखिल भाई इरशाद
Bus World Cup is begin. World Cup has already begun. Thankfully, for many it will begin today. But as long as it's good, we get good games. 50 over format stays. I'm all in.
Yeah, Saurabh bhai, you.
same condition मुझे I still didn't feel like I don't know for whatever the stuff I yet to still get into that World Cup bala
I,
stuff. I don't know why. Might be might be the reason behind too much of negativity because we are on Twitter, we are not on a TV a lot. So too much of negativity at this moment due to XYZ reasons. Whatever I feel right now that after today we will get a vibe for sure. Whatever will happen, we'll get a vibe because we will be into the top four, top six, top 10, or whatever the situation we will be into. But again, thank you so much, Vallav and Nikhil bhai, to be here, and we again started our journey. I hope that we will continuing it. So let's start. Vallav, please
Yeah,
go ahead and share exactly
yes,
what is
yes.
our agenda for the
So,
day.
just before we go into the games, let's just quickly talk about India Australia head to head games in World Cup. Total games have been 12. India won only 4, and Australia won 8 of them. So yeah, last World Cup I think we won it with Shikhar Dhawan. Shikhar Dhawan is not there this time, and in 2019 World Cup also an unfortunate injury to Shikhar Dhawan has dismissed the hopes of India a little bit. So yeah, so that's a quick World Cup thing, and yeah, so I just want to understand. Uh, do you think Gill's dengue is in serious condition, or Gill is ready, or Ishan Kishan coming to the top will affect the top order, or it will be same thing?
See, I'm hoping it's not too serious for him to miss more than 2 games. 2 games is also my worst case scenario right now. But the only way I look at it is better to have it now than to have it when you are in a precarious position or maybe later in the World Cup. Because then it would have been very difficult to say, okay, if you need to win certain games, you had Gill scoring it. Then if you don't have it, it would probably be a bit more. You'd be a bit more nervous about it. So I'm hoping Kishan, who's done well opening, uh, is able to take his time because again 2 games may not be much but it could decide a long way in terms of how Kishan fares going ahead because he will be the backup opener. So I'm just hoping that that's the only change that happens and the rest of the team any which way speaks itself.
Yeah. So do you think this is the same case that's happening with Rahul in 19 that he went to the middle order, he came back to opening, and it has affected the batting position and order?
In terms of that, I don't think it's as confusing now because Kishan's first role is backup opener. So that's where he is. And PS is there at 4. Now, all you will hope is there are no more injuries because ICC's rule is such that you can only carry 50. If you could, you would carry 22 so that you have a backup for every spot. But then that is not possible, at least for the next few years. So uh, I'll just hope. See, the good thing with this management has been the role clarity, at least with the batting, and it is,
Right.
and even with the bowling to a large extent. So I'm just hoping that continues.
Right. So Saurabh bhai, Ashwin is back in the
Good.
squad.
Hmm.
So he came out of the blue, and Chahal has been left out. So what do you think? Like, so Sundar has been called up, and Sundar has been left out. Ashwin has come in. Ashwin has made it to the squad, and he will play today. So what are the thoughts on Ashwin coming back to the Indian squad out of the blue?
So if you'll find out, um, Chahal actually lost his mojo somewhere down the line because past a year or so he's not doing that well. He's doing well in like in a shot. Somewhere down the line he's playing well for the 2-3 ODIs or the T20s. And the worst part is that we didn't see him for a longer period of time because Kuldeep was also not there. We played outside. Then we preferred either Akshar, and then we have the all-rounders stuff and all the Jadejas and all, and then we have the 2-3 pacer. We saw Washington Sundar also in between, Ravi Bishnoi also. We saw even all those fringe guys which we had. But again, when it's happening in India, and you think that you had a number one test bowler with you, who has a commitment towards the team such a way that whenever he comes from West Indies or somewhere else, he goes, and if he has to play any kind of local game, he went over there and played. It shows the commitment. It shows exactly he wants to do. And you cannot miss out a big player on a big day because he didn't do bad. His numbers might not, because in last 2 years he hardly played, 4 years, whatever number of years, he played only 2 ODIs or 4 ODIs. But you will see exactly his bowling. He bowled as per the situation. He thinks a lot. And I tweeted also earlier that I would be happy if India will play with a three spinner, three pacers situation, where the two genuine all-rounders with the two genuine spinner and the two genuine pacers. Reason behind it, how it will be helped. Ashwin will give you the very good quota of the 40 to 15th over also, because the 5 players are outside. Ball is, and by that time ball might be start turning, or ball is turning, and Ashwin is way different bowler because he can do straight and all. So in my point of view, it's a very good addition. And if all goes well, because in World Cups past 2011, 15, 19, we saw exactly we need little luck everywhere. We won the 2011 also, we needed luck, and we won this, which was missing in 2015 and 2019 absolutely. All together, it's a luck. So some luck during that later part. I hope that we will get it, because nobody in the world till now, whomsoever people you ask, would say, if you are winning a tournament, you need sheer luck, because that 10 to 15% luck. I'm not asking 100% luck, but 10 to 15% luck important. Your catch has been dropped. So please, guys, it's a request to everyone. Let's support Team India. Let's support our players. Don't criticize after the tournament, but don't start criticizing right now, because somebody is watching some walls and all by them through the duplicate IDs and all, and it hurts. In my opinion, Ashwin is a good addition.
Yes. So, Nikhil bhai, a very important question that this has been discussed a long time. So, number 4, Shreyas Iyer. The role of Shreyas Iyer, the injuries he has been facing, the comeback, the century. So, what do you make of it? And also, he's been consistent around the past from the World Cup time. So, what do you think? How his role will progress in this game?
So I think he's finally the answer that we have been looking for a long time in Indian cricket. Ever since you had Kohli moving up to 3, and that number 4 spot being open to everybody to try. So I think he's done well in whatever chances he's got, and that is why he walked in the side after the injury and batted at 4. And again, he's someone, and in this lineup, especially today, he's the one guy who you can say that if you want to hit 4 sixes in an over of spin, he's the guy to go to. You do not have anybody else apart from a Stead, Rohit, and Virat. So that is something that's very, very crucial for this side from the balance point of view. And again, this is why I felt that while Ashwin's wickets will always be very, very helpful, India might miss Aksar's batting versus spin, if not his bowling. So I'm assured of bowling being taken care of by Jadeja and Ashwin in that manner with Kuldeep. But if the decks slow down, which you expect them to be in the later half, that's where the role of Shreyas then becomes very, very crucial. That you need him fit, firing, and giving you consistent runs. Now, here are my expectations from him or from the entire lineup is not to score big hundreds. My only expectation is just do your role better. That's all. You get 100, you get 150, that is bonus. But if Rohit is able to give you consistent stats, nothing like it. If Virat is batting deep, I don't care about the strike rate as long as he's accelerating. So I think looking at roles and not just numbers is what I feel will be very crucial with this lineup. Because this is your best 6, and you can debate how much ever you want. You do not have better top 6 options than these 6 right now. So I think everybody is very good in that role. Shreyas at 4, KL at 5 with the gloves, and again, a lot has been talked about KL, but it's a different format. And again, I hope many filters. Acha, he's done this, but not this, this, but not this. I think if we start putting so many filters, you'll not have anybody left to select in the 11. So
Hmm.
hopefully that is something that we will not see. But I think 4 and 5 will be very, very critical. And I will not be surprised if we see one of them in the top 5 run scorers for this tournament.
Right, as you have told, KL will don the gloves. So you are sure that KL will don the gloves today, although Ishan Kishan is playing.
Yeah, I think with Kishan playing, maybe if you want to, you can give him the gloves for maybe a game or two. But then again, he's going to open, and if he's getting a good knock in, you would not want him to open, play long, and then also keep wickets for so long. So again, that is something. The question comes only when Kishan is playing. In the usual circumstance, you don't see Kishan playing. So if they
Right.
want to use that option, I have no problem. But yeah, KL is the first keeper.
Cool. So Saurabh bhai, Hardik Pandya has been bowling much better than his batting these days. I mean, he's performing much better with the ball. He's bowling with the in the first 10 overs. He's bowling very good. So, what do you think? His batting has been affected a little bit, or is same as before? And what is his importance in the sixth position, or whenever the score is big, he comes and hits? What is the importance of Hardik Pandya?
So importance of Hardik Pandya is as a wholesome player, which gives you the amazing fielding. I'm always a big fan of the fielding, so I always start with the fielding. Amazing fielding. Bowling wise, I will rate him still 3. But ODIs, yes, 3.5. He's a good bowler, no doubt, because the way he has a pace of higher 135 plus and up to 142, 143, that gives you the additional thing. And he can open the ball also. That's a good thing. So that it can save Bumrah or whomsoever, or Shami or the Mia Bhai to go to the last 10 overs to ball. But my more concern is that Hardik Pandya, the batsman, because bowler was never in doubt because we had because how many times he will take 5 wickets a match in any way. In Indian bowlers are not that famous to take fivers and ODIs a lot, apart from very very few and rare guys. So what I
Hmm.
believe, and he became more because he matured with the age is a different thing, but he matured. I think he somewhere down the line from the time he became captain, his batting is. I'm not saying that his batting is affected because his average has gone up multifold. His average went up, his strike rate went down. So earlier it was a different story, just opposite. Strike rate used to be higher hundreds, average
Hmm.
used to be 27, 28, 29, and people were happy because they were coming on 40 over, scoring some 30 runs with 12 balls or 13 balls to go. You were happy rather than playing a run a ball. Now he's doing a run a ball. And what happened when you mindset in a run a ball and you want to get a hit? The body needs some kind of uh, adrenaline rush to hit the ball because your mindset matters a lot when you're hitting a six. Because he used to hit sixes for fun, and
Yes.
now he hits sixes, but somewhere down the line, I don't know. I find out that his batting, he says that I have responsibility. He has taken that responsibility on himself rather than somebody has given him the responsibility. So when he has given him the responsibility, he's playing at six and imagining that he's batting at number three and has to do like a Dhoni. That's a very different ball game. That's why the reason people say that everybody cannot be everyone. Like what Kohli is, he cannot be Sunil Gavaskar or Sunil Gavaskar cannot be Virendra Sehwag. Everybody is having their own positives and negatives. So quite obvious it is. Hardik Wholesome is a very important person for us, but somewhere down the line in this World Cup when the pitches are flat, either it can turn, swing तो एक दो जगह पे होने वाला ज्यादा जगह पे होगा नहीं, so it may turn or it may be a pata pitch. Slow, it may be, but again, we saw that most of the pitches in India will be flat. You go to Mumbai, you go to Bangalore, you go to Chennai. Chennai will be spin friendly and flat. So this is a different kind of scenario. This is, and you go to Dhamsala, you go to Delhi. The way Delhi, I don't know if Delhi will go slow later, but as
Hmm.
of now, first part you have to play your rapid fire game because
Right.
300 is easily achievable. What we saw. But we have a and just I want to say we talk about a lot about batting and fielding. I'm just adding up here. We talked a lot about batting and bowling here. We hardly talked about the fielding as an Indian team, which has been gone to north, like gone worse. It's actually gone worse.
Just
And our fielding is, because yesterday we saw Sri Lanka lost the match because of their bad fielding. Bowling to chhod do. Fielding also is not that amazing. So if we want to win this World Cup, we have to take amazing catches and save minimum 20-25 runs every match. We can expect.
Hey, we have good
Anikhil, you
amount
want
of
to say
fielders.
something?
We have good fielders in the team. They just need to come good.
It's no. So being a good fielder in the team is a different thing altogether, and fielding on that day is a different thing altogether.
Yeah, I
Because see,
get it.
you can have a bad day as a batsman. I understand. You can have a bad day as a bowler. I understand. But if you
You
say
can't
you're
do
having a bad fielding, catch you may miss is a different thing, because catch is a chances opportunity once in a million. Because everybody doesn't get a chances of the catches once in a 300 balls, one in a 300 balls. But when fielding is an effort, genuine effort, and you can see exactly who put an effort and who hasn't, and who left the ball. So effort makes a man
right.
perfect in the way of fielding. I can say, because I used to be the best fielder in my team. So I know exactly the. I used to play only during my district playing days. I used to play only because of the power of the fielding I have, and I used to do. So that's the fun I had. That's the reason fielding is very near to my heart. And I think that we can win the matches only because of the fielding. With batting and bowling, we are really good. We talk about lots about batting and bowling, but fielding actually.
Right,
And
right.
Hardik is like, Hardik and Jadeja are the two players who actually connects everything, all three, especially fielding. On any day, they will do much better fielding. So,
Right, right, right. So, Nikhil bhai, Siraj and Bumrah's first World Cup together. What do you expect in the first 10 overs? Like, do you feel a wicket every game that they play? Do you feel the sense of the wicket coming for every game they play together?
Yeah, you would expect that to happen when you have two of your best bowlers bowling together. And again, they both are very different and at the same time very lethal with what they do to both lefties and righties. Siraj especially, I think, is very, very crucial for India because India have had struggles with left-handers in the middle overs, where the pressure is completely on Kuldeep to take wickets against lefties because you don't bowl Jadeja there. But now that if you have Ash, maybe yes, you have another option there. But I still feel for India to do well with the ball, you will always need a couple of new ball wickets. And most of the venues in India, you still see some movement early on. Like you saw yesterday when Madhushanga got Baguma, you saw Jansen get in Nisanga early. So there will always be some help, at least in the first 4 5 overs. It may not be a lot. And that's when I expect, as Saurabh said, if a straight catch is coming, take it.
Take
I
it.
have no problem with the tough chance going down because it is fine. It will happen. You created the chance because you're a good fielder. But if it's a straightforward catch or a relatively simpler run, that is what you expect. Ki bhai, this has to be caught. You cannot drop that. So I think that
Yes.
will help. It set it up very well for the likes of Jadeja and Kuldeep. So I think Siraj and Bumrah's new ball bowling is, it's not even a debate. It is 100% very, very crucial for India, no
and
matter
where you're
where.
seeing this, Anikhil, one question I want to add it here, with the help, when we are talking about, don't you think exactly we underutilize Shami a lot?
No, I think it's fine because if he was as good, Siraj wouldn't have leapfrogged him. Siraj went ahead of him in order because he was much better in all parts. So Shami has done well in whatever time is played, but also the factor with Shami is maybe he's unfortunate. But see, when you are playing in a side that has five good bowlers, it is easier to do well. But if you are playing as the lead bowler, then the pressure is on you. So I feel Shami is a great support bowler. I am not very sure of Shami being a great leader of the attack. Okay, if the pressure is only on Shami to strike, will he be able to do it at start, bottom, and the end? So in comparison to Bumrah, you'll still put Bumrah ahead
No,
of Shami.
no, no, Bumrah. I'm not talking about the first as a Bumrah. Bumrah will be there. There is no doubt. I'm talking about the second one.
That's
Shami
what I'm
versus
saying.
Siraj.
So because Siraj has more options and he's shown that he's able to lead, which is what I was coming to. Okay, after Bumrah, if Siraj has been able to bowl you and get you wins in different conditions against
Sure.
different opponents, then that's where he's probably gone ahead. And in this World Cup also, I still feel there will be some games where they may play Shami, But I felt it could have been Dharamshala. But after watching the game yesterday, I don't think there is need to play Shami there. You could play Ashwin only because it is spinning in Dharamshala for some reason. So, but
That that I was also actually
so at this
wondering
point
what
of time,
happened.
only Ahmedabad is the venue where I would want to play Shami. But again, we'll have to see
That's a big
because in
ground, no? So
So
the
if you
thing
play
is,
Shami, you will not play Ashwin or you will not play Thakur.
no, I'll not play Ashwin. But again, it is not going to be straightforward now because you see, you want to play Shami because of early movement. Now the only problem there is you have Siraj, you have Bumrah, and you have Hardik also, who's very good in the power play. So if you bring in Shami also, say for a spinner, then you have four bowlers whose two of them's best bowling will come in the first half. So then you will not be able to use them better. And in Ahmedabad, again, very early to say, but conditions in second innings were very flat. And Shami gets swing, but that is late. It is 9:30, 10 o'clock in the IPL second innings. It is not 6:37. So that is, and even if it is 6:37, the matches are starting at 2. So by the time 6:37 comes, the openers would be set, and we did not see any swing at least in the first game. So I think the call with Shami, Siraj, Bumrah, and all the rotations will have to be done basis conditions, and which is why, to the first point, new ball wickets are paramount. Whoever plays.
Right. So let's quickly talk about Kohli's struggle against spin these recent times. So how do you think it will affect the India's order, like Saurabh bhai
See, I
or
think,
Nikhil bhai?
Saurabh, if you want to go.
no, I didn't understand. Sorry, I was
Virat's
The
struggling with
problem
the.
is
Kohli
spin.
struggle against spin.
So he's saying
Kohli
problem
struggle
is
against
that he's saying
अरे
problem in
आवाज नहीं
here.
Ask once more, please. Sorry, ask once more.
Kohli struggle against spin.
So see, I don't know for whatever reason what I found out. I don't know, Nikhil bhai and all are here. I found out that the Indian players, like foreign players, did well when they get older with a spin. And Indian players, whoever crossing 33, 34, for whatever reason, they started as a brilliant of the spinner and become as a puppet of a spinner in the 24. Example, Sachin. I'm going with the great later stage. I'm talking about 2000, like Mahendra Singh Dhoni. There was a time when he used to play them for like a fun. Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. You will see they all started getting into the trap after 33, 34. Matlab, they are into the late 30s or 20, 32, 33. For whatever reason, they used to play spin really well. And they just, and I somewhere down the line, I find out that it's all about the judgment of the ball because nowadays you will not see the quality spinner, too many quality spinners. You will see the flat spinner, and somewhere down the line, because they play in a net quality, because our local spinners are much better than some other international cricket. What I feel that international standard of the spinners, and they think that ball may turn because they may play, and also how they played in the net, how the ball turned over there. Sometimes it's there in the mind. The ball might turn and my ball is not turning. And nowadays, because of all the evolvement of the T20, what we found out that all the lefties they're not ready to turn the ball. They want to either armor or straighter. And one ball when it gets turned, you'll see exactly they are started getting wickets because people think that my God, ball may turn. So I think mostly because of that, it's all about a mindset and the hand-eye and the leg coordination also because uh, mindset and the coordination problems because I doubt exactly anything else is there because a player who used to play spin really well cannot be a bad one within a 2 years time. As simple as it is. When I talked about Sachin, when I talked about Dhoni, I'm talking about Kohli or the Rohit. They came up as a spin basher, and they used to hit long sixes on the spinners and all. Off को तो कुछ समझता ही नहीं था धोनी. Leggy को समझता ही नहीं था and see exactly what happened to them. Still they are playing good. Even Sachin also did well in a later part. But again, they struggled somewhere after 30s, 32, 33. So it's all about the mindset and then some mindset and hand and leg movements का differences. Nothing else.
Okay. So, Nikhil bhai, India's problems against left arm bowlers and Stark being the opening bowler, do you think the top order will struggle or they will negotiate the overs?
See, some things in Indian cricket are parampara, pratishtha, and anushasana. That thing you cannot take out from Indian cricket. What I'm just going to hope is that now it has happened too often that I think now they would have gotten used to that angle. And I think the game against Pakistan was a very good example of that. That there was a very clear plan. They were very methodical in terms of how they attacked the ball, or whenever the bowlers hurt, they were happy to go on the attack, which is, I think, the best way to go about it. You can't do much. You just have to play on the merit of the ball, and I think that's what India will plan to do. And that's what it is. Hopefully, again, the knockout is in Kolkata or in Wankhede. Again, two venues where you could see early ball movement, but whoever it is, see, whenever India wins, they'll have to counter that to win. It is not going to happen that you will not be able. कि आपने counter नहीं किया, फिर भी you win, because some team will definitely bring it up. And now almost every team has at least one left arm bowler. So hopefully India's plans in the past will help them counter it better, and also the expectation and their planning. Okay, we know this has troubled us, and now we know this is our clear plan. Let's just pack it, and hopefully it will come on.
Right. So, we have a new guest here. Inder has joined for some reason. I don't know where was he these many days. Hello, Inder. How are you, man?
I'm all well. बस देखा आज एक्चुअली मेरे घर पे एक इमरजेंसी हो गई थी तो नॉट इन नॉट अ गुड न्यूज़ एक्चुअली तो आई वाज एक्चुअली बिजी ओवर देयर एंड अभी मैं देखा कि आप लोग लाइव हो सो एज यूजुअल ज्वाइन किया
I hope everything is fine in there. Do take care.
Yeah, Inder.
No, actually it was not no, I actually lost one of my great grandparents so there was so India versus Australia, how's the Josh?
It's good, man.
Josh is always there. Josh is always there in this.
वो तो हमेशा रहेगा अच्छा एक एक अपना परफॉर्मर पिक करो आज के लिए
बंदा आ गया होस्टिंग कर रहा है ठीक है
You always need a middle overs googly from somewhere. So please, Vallabh bhai, you start, and then Saurabh bhai, and then I'll go last.
क्यों भाई मेरे को क्यों फंसाना है पहले हाँ What is this behavior?
आप हमारे मार्गदर्शन मंडल का हिस्सा हो आप नहीं हमको गाइड करोगे तो कौन करेगा
नहीं सौरभ भाई को देख डर लगता है इसलिए सौरभ भाई के साथ पहले भेजते
यार मेरे साला अर्दली जाता है पहले आर्मी में भी मेरा भी अर्दली वाला कंडीशन हो गया एनीवे तो इन आई पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू तो मैंने सोचा ही नहीं क्योंकि अभी जो कंडीशन चल रहा है मुझे दोनों तरफ से ना वो जो टीम है ना ऐसी लग रही है कि जिसको छोड़ूंगा ड्रीम 11 में ना साला लगता है वही अच्छा खेल जाएगा मेरे को वही लग रहा है ये जो फियर ऑफ ना फोमो फियर ऑफ क्या लिविंग आउट ऑफ मूविंग और क्या बोलते हैं उसको वो फोमो लोगों को कहते हैं
आप लोग खेल लेते हो ड्रीम 11 इंडिया के वजह से मैं मतलब नहीं खेला जाता मतलब ये कि प्रे करेंगे दूसरा प्लेयर भी परफॉर्म कर दे इंडिया के अगेंस्ट में नहीं होता पता है
so your reality is always different than
अपना प्लेयर पिक करो
ठीक है मेरे हिसाब से somewhere down the line एडम जंपा इंडिया की तरफ से कुल्ली
हाँ ऐसा बोलो ना
उनके तरफ जंपा आपकी तरफ से कुल्ली आपकी तरफ से कुल्ली अच्छा एक ही पूरे में एक ही प्लेयर मुझे लगा एक बॉलर एक बैट्समैन
नहीं इंडियन प्लेयर चूज करो जो आपको लगता है परफॉर्म करेगा ऐसा
एक या मल्टीपल ये लोग एक बोल रहे तुम पूछने वाला
कोई दो मल्टीपल बोला ही नहीं
हाँ लास्ट टाइम भी आपने एक बोला और मल्टीपल बोल के जाए
खुद ही मल्टीपल बोलते हैं बोल रहे हो
एक नहीं बोला तो ऑप्शन है ना
आपके पास
चलो मतलब भाई आप बोलो
आप बोलो एक ही है
हाँ you say go then I'll go next
me
Now,
सौरभ का इतना इतना क्या सोच रहे हो बताओ ना.
मैं तो बोल
उन्होंने तो
चुका हूँ.
बोल दिया ना कुलदीप
अच्छा
एंड एडम साहब.
कुलदीप
अच्छा
यादव.
अच्छा okay.
कुलदीप यादव मारो गोली. कुलदीप यादव एक मिनट.
निखिल भाई अब
तो
आप बताओ.
मत बोलना कि मैंने तेरा
India
प्लेयर ले
side,
लिया.
I feel Hardik Pandya will do well. He always finds a way to do well against Australia. Uh, and with the ball also, अगर मुझे लगता है if they are not able to attack others, they'll probably go after Hardik, and then that's where Hardik also comes into the game.
बताओ होस्ट. बताओ तुम बताओ.
सिराज.
अच्छा मैं कैसे बेशर्मों की तरह होस्ट वाला काम करने करके करके आ कर रहा हूँ बैठ के गेस्ट
ये
होते हुए.
करो यार,
ओए
करो
ओए ओए
क्या.
ओए ओए लाइव चल रहा है. लाइव चल रहा है तो इधर
नहीं नहीं,
जानता
इधर
है
कोई
रूल्स
बात
राइट.
नहीं. इधर तो पंजाब को होस्ट करने मिले कुछ कोई बात नहीं.
अरे कोई बात नहीं. चेहरा तो दिखा. चेहरा तो दिखा.
नहीं चेहरा
कैसे
नहीं
कैसे.
दिखा पाऊंगा मैं. चेहरा नहीं दिखा पाऊंगा सो के उठा था.
अच्छा कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है. यस वल्लभ भाई, तुमने नहीं बोला प्लेयर.
सिराज बोल दिया ना.
अच्छा
सिराज बोलो.
सिराज. हाँ सिराज सिराज.
तो इंदर कुछ बोला.
नहीं मैंने भी बोला नहीं है. मैं भी
इंदर
बोलूंगा.
कुछ बोलेगा. इंदर अभी.
विराट कोहली. सेफ ऑप्शन विराट कोहली.
ठीक है. तो we'll continue with Nikhil bhai.
द टॉपिक. हाँ.
So the role of Maxwell. Last time Maxwell has dismissed all of our batsmen. Rohit Sharma, everybody. He got for 4 wickets the last game which we played against Australia. So if he's only acting as a full-time spinner for them, what will Maxwell and Zampa do to us in Chapok?
You see, last game was very different. India were chasing a big score, and they had to go after Maxwell. And also, a part of the problem was they did not attack Green much, and they allowed Green to bowl. So, had they taken on Green a bit more, had Sundar gotten off to a better start in terms of finding boundaries, maybe Maxwell would have been dealt with differently. But again, India have at times found a way to attack people and it's backfired. But I don't think there's a problem in that sense. Where it could be trouble for them is, say, if they are batting first and they are setting a score, that's when the pressure will be there on Maxwell and not on the batsman. So I think it's just about transferring the right amount of pressure and taking the right risk. Rohit dismissal was unlucky. Virat got a top edge, okay, fair one. But Sundar's dismissal was also not something that you say was a bowler's wicket as opposed to a batter making that error. So even KL's wicket, if you see, was the pitch holding up and then that wicket. So again, no disrespect to Maxwell, probably be the vice captain if Australia are batting first. But again, that's the case if Australia are batting first, because then if we are expecting the surface to slow down, now the best bit about Maxwell is he doesn't leave the stumps. So if you make a mistake, he's always there to trouble you, and that is where Maxwell takes a lot of wickets. Okay? He's giving himself the best chance. Okay? If you hit me, you hit me. I'm anyways here to be hit. But if you miss and you make a mistake, I'm not going to leave my mark. So I think no Aston Agar, his role becomes even more critical because he's the second spinner. I will not be surprised if they bowl a bit more of Marnus as well. He bowled in the warm-up games as well, and they will need him because if once Head comes back, I expect Head also to bowl a few overs, not to attack, but just to get a few overs here and there. So I think his role will definitely
Right.
be critical. But I'm hoping India will play him and Zampa both better today.
Right. So Mitchell Marsh will be opening for Australia today, right? I guess he's the opener. So do you think I think he'll be coming all guns blazing, and I think it will be a good test for Siraj and Bumrah to get him. Inder has come late, so let's ask Inder this thing. So how will Mitchell Marsh play today, Inder? I mean, how will we how will he approach the game today?
As he has been approaching in the last few game matches, he'll come. I mean, like he'll go all out, go all guns blazing. That's what you expect from Australians, the way they play. Also, with the kind of surface we have seen Chennai is. So maybe the I heard from a lot of sources, news channels and stuff that the pitch has been relayed at Chennai at Chepauk. So don't know what kind of surface will it dish out. but still expecting they'll keep their style of play intact, irrespective of the conditions.
Right, right, right. So before moving to the last question, I want to ask Saurav Bhai. So how important are Smith and Marnus for Australia in the middle order?
Who? Manas. You're talking about the
Smith,
Manas, right?
Marnus. I don't know how to spell his second name, so Marnus.
Lavishane.
Okay.
Spelling is tougher for me rather than the now to okay. The way he played in the test matches, the way we had to say Manas. Oh, I love Lavishane. Actually, one way I remember one of the Hindi channel was मतलब one of the Hindi commentators said इस लाबू शाने को बोलना ऐसे कि something called लाबू and champagne का something करके he said and said लाबू शाने. I said what the hell it is dude you're talking about the means anyway. So लाबू शाने, see in my point of view, you are playing Labuschagne and Smith in the same team. It's a very big risk actually, where you can get up to 380, 390, or 350, 360. You can end it up with a 320, 310 most of the time because he's a too good player in terms of neglecting the seam and all. I mean, it's a flat. He doesn't have, see, 1 or 2 matches or 3 matches, he may hit some 6 sixes or 5 sixes. But he, like Warner, can hit 3-4 sixes each and every match or match by match if given an opportunity. But same thing we cannot expect Labuschagne. So Labuschagne and Smith, and especially when these two will play in the middle order, earlier it used to be like, oh my God, it's a fear. Now people will more than happy that let them play till 40, 45 overs. Because 6.5 and 7. When you go ahead. Hello? Am I audible?
Not proper.
There is some disturbance, some tick going
Some
on.
disturbance.
You can speak now. Yeah, now it's clear. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So Labuschagne is an important part, but I think somewhere down the line, Labuschagne and Smith in today's cricket, it's very tough to accommodate together. But Australia is somehow finding a way through that. If they will play together in the middle order, it will be really a blessing in disguise for both the teams because they also don't know exactly how they will go. If they are 30 for 3 and then these guys are playing, it's a blessing. But if it is 200 for 3, then it will be a problem for the Australians. They might not even promote them to go to 4, but not. Hello?
I think there's a frequency problem.
Yeah, some frequency issue. Yep. Yes. You're on mute, sir, if you're saying something.
ठीक है आवाज
हाँ ठीक है
मारो बोली यार मेन पे करते हैं वो ईयरफोन नहीं ईयरबड्स so what I was talking about is Marcus Labuschagne might be very
that is a very good example answer to the question also that the new age batters the all-rounders may seem very fancy but it is the traditional orthodox thing only that will help you under pressure and in a World Cup.
That's why the reason I was supposed to come with the Labuschagne and Smith. They will do much better when exactly experience matters rather than not these league matches. When exactly it's a flatter and people will hit sixes for the fun. That might not be their ball game, but it will be really helpful for them. Labuschagne and Smith, both I'm talking about, because you cannot remove Labuschagne and you cannot separate both because the way they play actually each other's game, and their strike rates are the same 80s, 88, 90. And most of their centuries are also the 110, 105, not this like 170, 160. They don't have the multiple innings where they played more than 130, 140 innings. Or if they've played more than 50 or 70 balls. So Labuschagne and Smith both I'm adding up. They might do really well, but I think later side of the stage. See, I'm not saying they won't do well. I'm just saying that in my point of view, as Nikhil Bhai said, they will really play well when team requires them in terms of like holding the thing and go because
They're blessed to the role. They're blessed to the role of being a very good accumulators and attacking when needed. Maybe not on 350 surfaces. Like someone
Yes.
to summarize what
Ah.
Saurabh bhai said.
No, you have to accept it. But again, they are truly blessed also that they have Warner, Mishmarsh,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Stoinis, Maxwell.
Stoinis-
Even though 10, 20, 30 balls, if they are playing here and there, they can manage within the 10 balls.
Correct. Yep.
So,
Yep.
so they can play with that. Other teams doesn't have that many of firepower with them. So
Yes.
So Australia are
Overall-
very bunch of all-rounders, right? They are very
Yeah.
good bunch of all-rounders.
Yep.
Stoinis,
Inder bhai, what do you think of Green and Stoinis? How should best Australia use Green and Stoinis? Because I think
no, in
बाकी
my
सब
point
तो
of view, in
because
my
बाकी
point
सब
of view, स्टोइनिस निखिल भाई ये स्टोइनिस खेल कैसे रहा आज तक मुझे समझ में नहीं आते मतलब एक दिन खेलो तो माशा दूसरे दिन खेलो तो ताशा पता नहीं मतलब
अच्छा, इसके लिए I asked Inder because very close relation for Inder. तो
ओह
अरे आप समझे नहीं क्या यार?
क्या पुराने दर्दों में छीड़ रहे हो क्यों पुराने
करो इंदर बोलो
मतलब नहीं सर मैं इसके लिए पूछ रहा हूँ कि see because you've seen him also in the sense of the role that he played for KXIP and maybe the potential on paper feels very high कि चल जाएगा तो all this can do. So how do you rate him with Green and who do you think should start?
I feel स्टॉइनस का ना मतलब जब भी ऐसा लगता है ना हम लोगों को कि यार मतलब he is not justifying his place, he comes up with a knock. He comes up with a big knock. Someone, he has the power of a Hulk. He has those big forearms, big muscles, can smash the ball anywhere. And also added advantage is his bowling. His bowling, type of bowling he does, cutters and slower ones. He also has got a good Yorker for a part timer. So Chennai pe I feel he is much more suited for these conditions. Again, गिवन कि अगर तो हम लोग को चेन्नई का वही वाला पिच दिखता है क्योंकि मेरे को बहुत डाउट है कि मतलब वैसा सरफेस मिलेगा या नहीं आज तो आई विल ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विद स्टोइनिस क्योंकि यू हैव सीन हिम ज्यादा मतलब उसके थोड़े से फेलियर्स हैं बट फिर भी यू हैव सीन हिम परफॉर्मिंग उसके नॉक्स आए हैं एंड यू वुड लाइक टू शो योर ट्रस्ट ऑन समवन लाइक स्टोइनिस rather than Green.
I just
बाकी
feel Green
हाँ, बोलो भैया।
थोड़ा फास्ट है in terms of where he is with his game. क्योंकि I feel if you want to play somebody at 6 तो Green maybe अगर ये वर्ल्ड कप ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हो रहा था तो I would have been more confident of Green. पर
वो तो है।
sorry
but I guess he'll come after 30 hours, right? Which means he'll be coming into a
नहीं,
24.
with Stoinis,
Yeah.
actually, देखो, Green is relatively very new, and
हाँ,
Stoinis has been in the team. He has been around the team. He knows the conditions, the Indian conditions as well. Been a part of IPL teams, so he exactly knows. Even if he's failing, he exactly knows what the team requires him. लखनऊ में वो खेल चुका है लखनऊ जैसे मतलब शुड बी यूजिंग दैट वर्ड बट उस पिच पे वो खेला है वहां पे ही हैज मतलब जैसा भी किया he has that experience and चेन्नई तो फिर भी बेटर ही ट्रैक मिलेगा उसको तो he'll do good. I shouldn't be doing good today but चलो ठीक है
cool. इसके लिए मैं
Good
इसको
man,
पूछा था आया ना अंदर से इनसाइड
वो तो उसको
चलो।
इनसाइड देना ही है क्योंकि कभी वो इसके टीम का ही पार्ट हुआ करता था
अरे क्यों दर्द दे रहे हो ये सब बोल बोल क्या
ये अभी
मतलब
भी बोला था कोई इन्होंने वापस बोला मैं तो बंद करा था
नहीं
नहीं इंदर आए और मतलब हम लोग 11 को ना इंडियन 11 को ना लेके आए तो कैसे काम चलेगा तो इंडियन 11 तो चाहिए ना हमें
हाँ चाहिए इधर से स्टार्ट कीजिए ना
नहीं मेरे से मत स्टार्ट करो अभी मैं
बीच में आया और हमसे क्वेश्चन पूछा
I think 11 हम लोगों ने तो 11 बोल दिया है इट्स ओनली यू हु आर लेफ्ट
मैं अपना 11 बोल
के स्टार्ट किया स्ट्रीम को
या एग्जैक्टली
अच्छा क्या आप लोगों ने क्या 11 बताया अपना सुनो मैं
वो इसके लिए काम करो पीछे जाओ स्टार्टिंग 10 मिनट्स देख लो
अरे यार
बेचारे व्यूअरशिप भी बढ़ेगा आवर्स भी बढ़ेगा तो कुछ तो फायदा होगा ना देख ले जाके समझ में आ जाएगा
अच्छा हम मेरे 11 में चलो मोटा मोटा तो वी ऑल नो कि क्या क्या होने वाला है एंड ऑलमोस्ट एक्सपेक्टेड लाइंस पे गिल का थोड़ा सा मेरे को लगता है कि गलत टाइम पे आउट हो गया डेंगू से इम्पोर्टेंट गेम था उसके लिए, बट खैर यू नो ईशान ओपन करेगा, पीपल आर सेइंग टॉकिंग अबाउट इट, तो इट इज ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी ईशान हो गया, रोहित हो गया, विराट हो गया,
बाकी टीम
श्रेयस हो गया, राहुल हो गया, ये तुम्हारा हार्दिक हो गया, उसके बाद क्या नाम है इसका, जड्डू,
जडेजा।
उसके बाद तो जैसा हमारा बॉलिंग लाइनअप, तो सिमिलर लाइंस पे ही है 11, ज्यादा कुछ इसमें। हाँ मैं तो, मेरे को एक थोड़ा सा ठाकुर साहब पे मेरे को थोड़ा सा, चलो विकेट निकाल ले रहे हैं वो, बट जब उनका दिन जब पिटना शुरू होता तो फिर कितना पिट जाता उसका आइडिया नहीं होता, तो बस वो एक मेरे को थोड़ा सा है, डर है। बाकी यार बॉलिंग अटैक इज डिसेंट, गुड एनफ।
आज तो वैसे भी नहीं खेलेंगे तो
ठीक है, चलो गाइस अब अपने अपनी टीम बता दो।
क्या इसमें क्या टीम बतानी है? इंडिया भाई ऑब्वियसली, क्या बात करते हो सौरभ?
अरे इंडिया नहीं, हम अब दूसरों को बोल रहे हैं अपनी टीम 11 बताने के लिए।
अच्छा
सेम
अच्छा,
टीम है, सेम टीम है।
हाँ
There's not
हमारी
much
टीम
difference.
उस तरह से नहीं सेटअप हुई थी ना मालिक, हमारी तो टीम सेटअप बात हुई थी, वो हम लोग सीधा समी एंड ऑल स्टोरीज पे गए थे। बट एनीवेज टीम मतलब पूरी टीम बनी हुई है। हमारा जो ऑलरेडी एक ही कंसर्न है, इधर ऐश खेलेगा कि नहीं। फॉर माय पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू तो मैंने बताया था कि 3+3
खेलेगा
पे
भाई।
जाना है।
Ash
Ash
will
पूरा
play.
खेलेगा,
इंडिया
इंडिया टीम
मैं तो बोलता हूँ पूरा वर्ल्ड कप में 3+3 पे जाओ।
चेन्नई में तो आप ऐश को खिलाओगे ही खिलाओगे, चेन्नई में आप उसको कैसे छोड़ते
मैं
हो?
बोल रहा हूँ कहीं भी हो 3+3 पे जाओ, 4+2 ऐसे भी काम नहीं देगा, क्योंकि 4 पेसर लेके आप ऐसे भी कुछ नहीं करोगे इंडिया में। एंड 3+3 इज वे बेटर देन एनीथिंग।
ऑल्सो आपको वो साइंटिस्ट अन्ना किटरेत्सु चाहिए, वो इनोवेशन के लिए, वो थोड़ा सा ये के लिए चाहिए, वैसे वैसे लोग।
इसकी फील्डिंग भी कितनी अच्छी हो गई, कैच लिया था कितना अच्छा बाउंड्री पे। आई थिंक एग्जैक्टली 37 इयर्स वो कर रहा है जो 24 में वो नहीं किया था। आई वाज सो अमेज्ड टू सी एग्जैक्टली, वो नाइस।
ऐसे बोलते हैं ना पुराने लोग, ऐसे थोड़ी बोलते, पुराने लोग एकदम मतलब एकदम वर्थ ऑफ गोल्ड डस्ट ऐसा करके।
So when T20 had been introduced, they used to say it is a young people game, and later we found out the success of Hasi. Then we saw exactly Chris Gayle. Then we saw all West Indians who crossed 34, 30, 32. They stopped playing international, playing the T20s and bashing everywhere.
So just proves most of the commentary cliches are nonsense.
अरे मुझे ये भी याद आया, 11 की ऑप्शन में तो ब्रायन लारा ने अपना नाम दिया था, वो कोई उठाया नहीं, अलग बात है, बट ही वाज पार्ट ऑफ द ऑप्शन।
हाँ, बट
सोचो
इसके लिए रीजन भी तो था, because he put it because he would have been played। अगर वो 2008-9 तक खेल रहा होता ना तो वो आ जाता, बट उसने बैट ही पकड़ा था कुछ उससे पहले, एक छोटा सा कोई लीग चल रहा था खेलने के लिए, उसमें स्पेशल 2-3 मैच खेल गया। तो आईपीएल इज दैट ह्यूज, सिर्फ नाम पे आप नहीं
आए। पॉन्टिंग साहब क्या कैच पकड़े थे भज्जी की बॉलिंग में चंद का।
सॉरी सौरभ भाई, नाम से आप आ सकते हो अगर आप इंग्लैंड या ऑस्ट्रेलिया के हो तो प्लीज ऐसा मत बोलो कि
थोड़ा सा इसमें मैं थोड़ा सा इसमें करूंगा कि मेरी सोच अलग है, क्योंकि यहाँ कुछ लोग हैं, हम लोग इंडिया से आईपीएल पे जा रहे हैं, व्हाटएवर वो होना ही होना है। ये जो इंसान है ना जो यहाँ पे अच्छे रहते हैं, एमआई और किंग्स वाले, वो लोग ओवर पैसा देके लोग को मंगाते हैं, फिर उसी को फिर बैश करते हैं। वो अभी देखो ना क्विड्स खेल रहा था।
तो देखो जब आपने इन्वेस्ट किया है तो फिर आप रिटर्न भी वो अलग बात।
इन्वेस्टमेंट की बात नहीं कर सर जी, आप नहीं समझ रहे हो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ। ये बोल रहा हूँ कि हम लोग पहले से ही बोलते हैं टीम में कि हमें नहीं चाहिए ये सब प्लेयर, जिसको आप लोग बोलते हो कि हम लोग उसको 15 करोड़ देंगे, 40 करोड़। He say we only want experience, so I always root for experience.
हाँ प्लस कौन से अभी
नहीं मतलब डाल है, आईपीएल बात नहीं करेंगे।
अच्छा रहने दो, आईपीएल को मारो गोली इंदर, हम लोग आईपीएल की बात
So
करेंगे।
I just अच्छा before closing off, I want Nikhil bhai to share his fantasy tips thoda, and we can call off.
See, I just feel it is very critical to get the pitch report right. So please listen to the pitch report. As Inder said, surface has been relayed. We saw what Dharamshala did yesterday. We saw what Delhi did yesterday. If Chennai becomes very good to bat and the ball comes on to that better under lights, so your all plans will change. So then your 3 spinners may not be useful, but if you get a very big score, then they would still be useful. But so everything depends a lot on pitch report now. And please have a good look at it. And I'll just say back people who you have seen do good, rather than taking risk with people who you think may do good. So Grand League में try करो, but in your main team, best to go with people who you've seen come good and have more chance, probability उनका better होना चाहिए चलने का, as opposed to taking a risk with, like say if you make Ishan Kishan captain, he can score a double 100. I have no problem, but how likely that is वो भी सोच के चलो। अब बोल दिया double 100 तो होपफुली कुछ हो जाए।
जैसे कल के मैचेस में बहुत सारे लोगों ने सबको लिया, मार्को जॉनसन को बहुत लोगों ने छोड़, मतलब जॉनसन को लोगों ने लिया नहीं, इसलिए बोल के चलता नहीं है। अब
कल
क्वेश्चन ये है कि हम जैसे लोग जो इंडिविजुअल लीग्स खेलते हैं ना, I'm just putting up, adding up the individual leagues में क्या होता है exactly when you're playing, and we saw the previous what he played in the South Africa though he played ball में 2-3 विकेट लेता है, कम से कम अगर
Sir,
he
that
can
is again, that's a very good insight. Never judge anyone by just one game. Temba Bavuma averages 54.
54
and lot of people have Temba Bavuma, and it will not be
Thanks.
wrong.
yesterday I told
याद
you only,
आया।
I told you the story na, I told you last moment
I'm just saying that there are
praised
more
him.
examples. Even Nissanka, his chasing average is over 50, as opposed to first batting average.
I believe in this case Ajay Jadeja say what you have done in the past, it's okay, you are a good player, but you have to start from zero, and that day how the ball will move, you know.
ऐसे तो फिर you can't select anybody, but you have to rely on some understanding.
कुछ तो gut feel, this is all about the gut
Which is
feel.
more likely to happen, and which is why all of this comes down to conditions. If
True.
you get conditions right, all of this data everybody has, but how to look into the data, and we all will assume one condition. If other condition happens, the team will look stupid or it will look genius. So the difference is not judge the team by just how it looks. You need to know what the person thought behind making that team. So spend enough time thinking about what you are likely to see happen. And what I do best with me is take one team, back that condition, and have a backup team, which is exactly reverse of that first one. If you've dropped people like, if you don't have Asalanka or Shanaka, like people in that team, have them in team 2. So that if your team 1 doesn't click anything, if your team 2 is higher risk, you will still get something back. So again, everybody works with their own strategies, have your own strategy, but visualize the game well. That is what matters eventually. No data, no gut feel. Eventually, how you think the game will happen, rest will fall in place.
Done.
कल मैंने निखिल भाई का नाम लेके क्विंटन को कैप्टन बना दिया, माकराम को वाइस कैप्टन, चांदी चांदी हो गई।
सर मेरे पास दोनों थे, फिर भी हार गया।
कैप्टन वाइस कैप्टन नहीं थे ना,
वो ही थे, दोनों कैप्टन वाइस कैप्टन थे, फिर भी हार गए। क्योंकि अगेन that was also a very good lesson के I went with a combination which had more Sri Lankan players because I didn't think 400 would be scored, but people came with more South African players. So again, this is all part of the process that you learn. Okay, what are people expecting? So because Nissanka got out on a duck and somebody like a Asalanka scored or a Shanaka scored or a Jansen took 2 wickets, I didn't have anybody to cover up for it. So it's okay. We keep trying. और क्या?
जय माता दी. We keep
जय
trying.
माता।
मेरे पास एक क्वेश्चन था, मैं भूल गया.
अरे
बहुत rare. I wanted to end this section with that question. I remember.
Okay.
So before we are ended up, supposed to be 30 minutes, we crossed 52 minutes. I'm so sorry for everyone because we had other plans. But in this World Cup, what I say that we are missing or we are not missing World Cup that much, I find out the reason behind the commentary level. Are we missing any commentators here exactly which we didn't add it up into this lineup? Somewhere down the line, commentary makes games more like amazing. Another because if we are not a commentator, because I found out that Hindi commentators are like they don't have passion to.
See, I just feel people don't have time. It's not about commentary or anything.
No, are we missing anyone in commentary? I ask.
No, I don't think we are.
I guess we are. With some sensible names. I guess we are missing. Maybe missing. Actually, maybe they are with the other broadcaster and stuff
I'm
like that.
Hotstar stuff. Hotstar, which all we are missing as a cricket fan. But sometimes exactly we are connecting with the commentator also a lot. Because in their insights.
This has been the standard for a while now. So I don't expect it to change.
We have commentators.
Right? That's like fine then. So guys, who will win today?
क्या क्वेश्चन है?
अरे मतलब सारे लोग बोल रहे हैं इंडिया जीतेंगे.
कुछ और नहीं बोलेंगे.
इंदर भी बोल रहा है इंडिया जीतेगा, वल्लभ भी बोल रहा है.
इंदर में तो
पहले
इंडिया का
बोला।
नाम, इंदर में तो IND लगा हुआ है, तो ऐसे ही नहीं बोल सकता है।
तो फिर
हाँ देखो,
Wilson
अरे वाह क्या बात निकाली है सौरभ ने।
इंदर
उसने
में
आज
ही
तक
इंडिया
नहीं किया था।
ये नहीं इंडिया है, ये इसका शॉर्ट बना देना, इंदर में ही इंडिया है, नहीं नहीं बोल सकता इंडिया हारेगा कभी।
अरे इंदर तेरा वीडियो है तो मस्त होता है रे, इंदर में ही
अरे
इंडिया
भाई
है
मैं
वो।
सो के उठा हूँ, मैं इसीलिए अगली बार मैं वीडियो ऑन कर दूंगा, अगली वीडियो लाइव में।
ठीक है guys,
Next
I
time.
think we are done and we are the best wishes for the matches, and I'm really thankful to Vallabh again. So Vallabh, let's plan again for the next session and let people know when we can come in a short
Sure.
notice. Nikhil bhai, as usual, your insights are amazing as always, and you are so fun-loving and kind person. So that we always enjoy your company as always on a Twitter here also. इंदर
Yes.
तेरे बारे में तो बोलना ही क्या है, बस इंदर का लिक पुल करना है, कोई भी कभी भी पंगा मत लेना, लेकिन अगर जान पहचान है, मोहब्बत है, तभी किंग्स 11, बाकी बंदा सही है, कोई टेंशन नहीं है. By the way, if you guys wanna convey your Twitter handle to follow, and guys, please follow all of them, because these guys will keep updating you when we're going live. And one more thing, if you want to come live with us and share your input on Indian cricket or any kind of specific teams, team wise, please let us know. We will you can connect with Vallabh or me or Nikhil or anyone, and we will connect and bring you here and share your thoughts there. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, and best wishes.
Thank you,
India.
Vallabh. Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you, Saurabh. Oh,
Chalo,
sorry.
bye.
Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you, Nikhil.